you.
What the fuck? God damn it. Honestly, there's a little bit left, so I'm just gonna take that in. Wow. Dude, everything is just falling out. Like, how? How do I miss that? It was, I don't know. Is that the universe telling me not to eat it? And that's how we're gonna kickstart this vlog, because this is my usual morning drink. I have some electrolytes, creatine. I ran out of my glutamine and my colostrum, so I only have 2 things for now. But this tastes okay, actually. It's pretty good. Welcome back to the vlog, guys, because today is week 2 of the vlog. Today's week 2 of the bulk, and I am eating so much food. So I'm about to show you guys everything I eat today. Today is a full day of eating, so stay tuned for everything that I've been putting in my mouth, because honestly, I'm full majority of the day. So this is everything we're eating. This is meal 1. We got 3 egg whites, 2 full eggs. We got 120 grams of oatmeal. We have 1 scoop of protein, and we got a tablespoon of peanut butter. So in total, that is 875 calories. We got 71 protein, 90 carbs, and 29 fat. So just to update you guys, it is week 2 of the bulk. We woke up at 225 pounds, 225.8 pounds, yes. And the goal for this bulk is to obviously get bigger, but we're gonna limit it to about 5 pounds. So Chris said that the goal is to be 230 pounds, but a lean 230. So ideally that means get heavier, but get leaner at the same time. Now I'm not cutting per se, but I do expect to see more lines. Now I'm not gonna have like a full-on 6-pack with everything, you know, all detailed out and everything. But I do need to not get fat. If anything, get slimmer while I'm getting heavier. So yeah, and I'm about to show you guys everything that I eat so I can do that. So for now, I need to get this meal in, and we need to get a haircut because I need to fix this. This is terrible. And we're going to the gym. We have a back day today, which is exciting. Best day of the week. I feel like, well, what did I post last time? I think last time it was a chest and back. Yeah, guys, you might be seeing a lot of back workouts from me because that is the main thing that I hate. I hit back like 2 to 3 times a week. I'll talk more about my split later on, but for now, this is kind of the update that you guys get from me. And we're back. We cleaned this up a little bit, and now we're going on meal number 2. We got some 7 ounces of chicken. We got a cup of rice. We got a cup of spinach with olive oil, about a spoon, serving, and then some kimchi on the side. The kimchi is for me. Kimchi is life, and digestion-wise, gut health-wise, it's great. It keeps you regular. Also, the main thing that I like it for is the seasoning. Like, if you notice, I'm not using a ton of seasoning in here. Like, honestly, much, if any. Whenever you're eating a lot of meals throughout the day and you're doing it for weeks, months, years sometimes, if you add like ketchup on every single meal, or like if you're adding a certain like sauce, that adds up over time and that will wreck your gut. If you're young, if you're like 20, 15, maybe you're fine. But once you start getting older, that's how you know, man. I'm 29 now. I'm starting to feel it, just because, you know, it's not because you're old, but it's really because like the lifestyle, the habits that you've built up during your 20s, you know. So speaking of that, totally off topic, but We got like what, 4 more months, and then it's the end of our 20s. I can feel my joints creak already. Like I wake up and I'm like, oh, what is that sound? It's my knee. So this is gonna be the pre-workout meal. Yeah, I need to head out because honestly, I'm kind of running late. I have a client later too, and I need to still get this workout in. So
fortunate enough to train with pretty much all of the best of the best.
If you are ever short on time and you have a back workout to do that day, follow this workout. So we're starting today's back day with a pull-up, and we're focusing on doing a wide grip. And because I am short on time today, I kind of focus on just picking the 3 most efficient exercises that will target your entire back. So we make sure that is high volume enough, intense enough, and not, doing just like random BS sets, making sure that every rep was a quality rep. I know I'm gassed out towards the end here, but if you notice, I'm still going all the way up and all the way down, making sure that even if I'm tired, that they're quality reps. For anyone out there that's struggling to build a particular body part, if you are not changing the main thing, which is your technique, you can be doing everything else. So you can be eating enough, you can be doing more frequency, you can be doing supersets, giant sets, whatever other factor you want to put in there. But if your technique is not there, you're still not going to develop that one body part that you're trying to build. So when you nail down your technique, everything else kind of takes care of itself. And then after the pull-ups, we ended up switching to the rows, and we ended up going pretty heavy, or at least this just felt heavy today to me. We only did 2 sets of 10 reps on this one, making sure that they're, again, quality reps. After doing those 100 pull-ups, yeah, I was kind of shot. So, but when you're short on time, you gotta do what you can. And the main things here is always pull with the elbows. Make sure that those shoulders are not going upwards towards your ears. A lot of people will tend to lose that mind-to-muscle connection, and you stop activating the lats when the shoulders go up. So if you're trying to build your back and your lats, not your traps or your forearms and your biceps, because that's what ends up taking over, focus on driving the movement when it comes to back with the shoulders and your elbows. Right here, the next movement was a Nautilus pull down, which I love. This machine is one of my top 2, maybe, definitely my top 2 back exercises of all time. This particular pull down, and it's hard to find. Not many gyms have it, so I'm glad that it's here. Main things I'm focusing on here, if you notice, is my shoulder. I know it's kind of like going upwards, but if you notice, it's kind of going in front of my body. So like it's away from my ear. Notice how like my shoulder is kind of like going forward towards my chin almost, as opposed to like straight up next to my ear. That is very important. There's a difference between elevation of the shoulder and protraction of the shoulder, meaning if your shoulder elevates and it goes straight up, your traps will take over and there's no more lats there. But if you protract, that's how you actually fully stretch out your lat. So if you get really good at protracting, so letting the shoulder roll forward and retracting and depressing, meaning bring the shoulder back and bring it down while you're pulling with the elbow, I guarantee you your back is going to change over time. So those are the main key factors. If you ever get anything out of my videos, let it be the last 30 seconds of technique, because that is, you can apply that principle to any back exercise and you will see a difference in how your lats get activated. And so on this exercise, we did just 2 sets of 15 reps. The second set, I made it a little bit more intense and added some stretches and some partials in there. So, just the point is to go to failure. And now we're doing a physique update because I'm trying to keep record of how my body's changing week to week and just kind of taking you guys along for the ride here. This is kind of what we're looking like 2 weeks in, and honestly already seeing big changes in terms of just fullness. Now I'm not saying I grew in the last week, but I can definitely feel myself just having that pump last a little bit longer during the day. You know how sometimes you only feel big when you're at the gym? Now when you're eating enough and you're consistent and you're optimizing everything, that pump does last a little bit longer. So like even when you're outside of the gym. Right now, this is the back progress, which is big for me. So that was the end of the workout. And it was a quick one because I had a client right after, and 3 movements, plenty for my back. My lats are kind of shot. So we got 2 scoops of protein, an apple, and a bagel, and some jam. Yeah, this has kind of been the post-workout meal. I usually end up having it in the car because I just usually do. Kind of running later than usual today, but you know, still got a few more hours. You gotta get 3 more meals in.
The people like a Nick at the top of the line, there is no balance. This is their life. You either fit it or you don't, and sorry, you gotta go.
I get so much pushback on that.
So we're finally home, and this is meal number 4 going down. It's gonna be rice, chicken, some green beans, and kimchi again. So one tip I can give for anyone who cooks meat in advance and they, you know, sometimes it comes out like really dry, just nasty. Add some of this whenever you heat it up, so it becomes almost like not soup, but like halfway going into soup. All right, so we're on to meal number 5. A whopping 415 calories. We got 46 protein, 45 carbs, and 6 fat. I don't really count the veggies, so in all of this, the veggies are maybe like an extra 50 calories or so. So we're prepping meal number 5 now, and the couscous is something that I don't usually eat. Honestly, this week has been the first time that I'm eating this in my life. Macros are very similar to pasta. So couscous is this like pasta from like North Africa or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. And it's not bad. It's variety, honestly. I'm used to eating jasmine rice with a lot of my meals, but I think it's good to spice things up, and it's in the plan, so Chris is making me eat this, so why not, you know. I feel like majority of the videos are like in this table. Unfortunately, when it comes to the bodybuilding thing, it's very repetitive. You're doing the same things constantly. We got 7 ounces of salmon, we got a cup of couscous, we have some veggies on the side. Technically speaking, it should have been asparagus, but like I can switch up the veggies, that's not a problem. If you've never had couscous, which I never really had it until now, kind of looks like these like little like pebbles. Like it's pasta, so you know, kind of like orzo kind of. Pretty damn good, honestly. Not complaining. I love this meal. And not that I don't like rice. I love rice. But it's always nice to have some variety, you know. So, also gut health. Really important whenever you're eating just different things. Macros on this are the same as rice. If anything, this has more protein and some fiber. But it's more about like the variety of things that you're eating throughout the day. So like if I can't just be eating rice and chicken literally all year round, there has to be some sort of like, I mean I kind of do, but like there has to be other stuff in there, you know. Meal number 6 going down. We got 1 ounce of almonds, a cup of Greek yogurt, and I add some cinnamon and some stevia because plain Greek yogurt by itself is just nasty. So we got 290 calories. We got 29 grams of protein, 14 grams of carbs, and 16 grams of fat with this meal. So it's the end of the day, and that is the last meal. So in total for the day, that puts us at 3,200 calories, 298 grams of protein, which is about, I'm just gonna round that up to 300 really. So if you're ever wondering how to do a lean bulk, that is one way to do it. If you notice, the macros are super high protein, the carbs aren't really high, the fats are on the higher side. So if you guys want to give that a shot, I do agree with this is Chris just sent me that. So and I didn't really go into too much detail about it, but every meal has an option which I didn't really speak about too much, but it's not like I really take the option often. I just kind of like stick to one thing and I make sure to just memorize that, and I do that all the time, because too many options is too much thinking, and the less I think when it comes to these things, the better I execute. So like if I know exactly what I have to eat every day, I don't have to think about it. I just do. I just, you know, just make the meal, you just eat at whatever time. Camera died there for a second. So going back to ending the vlog. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm eating for the next few weeks or a few months. I'm not sure when Chris is gonna change things up, or if we're just gonna add refeeds. I just check in with him every week, and then he tells me the changes. I don't really ask too many questions because I, for the most part, kind of know already. I also know how he works. So the goal is gain an extra 5 pounds, and so yeah, he told me 230 but lean. So we're gonna have to get a little bit leaner, get a little bit heavier, and try to close that gap, because 15 pounds under the weight gap is no joke. Also, if you guys saw the changes in bodybuilding for the Olympia, things just got a lot harder to get through the Olympia. Now we have to compete way more often, and it's a lot harder now. So they're trying to cut down on the amount of people that show up at the Olympia, because like there's a lot of people, honestly. The show itself is like 2 hours long just for like one category. Like imagine like someone just paying to go watch that. Like even I, as a competitor, and I love bodybuilding, I don't really watch the entire show. It's just way too many people. So I literally just focus on the top 10, top 5, honestly, for a lot of the shows. So I do agree in that sense, but for the athlete it sucks, because now we have to compete a lot more often. That's a lot harder on, one, my pockets, and two, my health. So now we have to be like really strategic on what shows to do, because the end goal is around October, the main show, the Olympia, and one prep is like 3-4 months long. So whenever you do a prep, you end up gassed out a little bit. So gotta figure that one out. I have a few ideas already, so I just gotta talk to Chris and see what we come up with. But yeah, that's where my head is at. Honestly, when I heard that, I was very motivated. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, well, time for the next meal. Gotta eat. That's the only thing I can do right now. It's the only thing I can control for the moment. So, guys, I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. It goes a long way. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing, man? Just hit the subscribe button. If you know of anyone that's looking for coaching, I am taking on clients. If you need help with your diet, your training, anything in between, shoot me an email. My email is always in the caption. I always put it in there because obviously I make these videos, so hopefully someone reads that and hits me up for training. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot that you are even watching until this end. So it's a long video, so hopefully you got something out of it, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.